Have you ever wondered where your next meal will come from or where you're gonna stay at night? That is the problem that every homeless people are facing every day. As someone who has done extensive research on homelessness, I feel like I am able to tell you why it is such a big problem. My name is Lena, and today I'm going to tell you about the problem of homelessness, the causes of it, and the solution to use to fix it. So let's start with the problem. Over about 7 years, homelessness has increased in the United States. But before we look at the problem of homelessness, let's look at what it takes for someone to categorize as homeless. First, let's start with the children. According to 10% of New York City public school students were found to be homeless in 2017. Written on October 10, 2017 on the New York Times by Elizabeth Agers. Children who were found to be homeless are the ones that are living on the streets, in the shelters, or in the cars. Let me tell you a little story about I have seen personally every day. So every day I take the same route to work, and there's always a man with his child at the light. They're always begging for money, begging for something to get from other people from their cars. And I have been feeling so bad about it that I have decided to every day before I go to work that I take 4 to 6 bottles of water, some snacks, some money that I have left in my wallet to be able to give it to them. So I know that they have something to drink and to eat, and they have at least some money to buy some other food for later, or they can save the money for something else. Always small things are always the ones that makes people happy. We're all human beings. We should be able to help each other. It doesn't matter what happened to the person in the past. The important thing is that we're there for each other, helping each other, instead of ignoring each other. Next, I will talk about the problem of homelessness. In December of 2017, over 554,000 Americans were found to be homeless. That is an increase of over 1%. It is nearly 500,000 people that don't have a place to stay at night. Just at New York City alone, 10% of students were found to be homeless, making it harder for them to go to school, so they are not getting an education that every child deserves. Let's move to the causes of homelessness. The first cause of homelessness is a high cost of living. Not only is it expensive, it is increasing and the income is staying the same, or it is decreasing for some people. It is already hard for those who already have been struggling to stay ahead. To put the increasing cost of living in other words, home prices shouldn't be more than the average earning growth. It is rising from 5.9% for home expenses, while 2.5% is rising for earning growth. This was taken from NBC News, written by Ben Potkin on June 5th, 2017. All this is taking the safety of people's home away. Now I'm going to show you a picture and a graph in number of homeless children. As you can see, as from 2006 to 2013, it increased to 1 million children being homeless. It has increased more nowadays. On this picture, you can see the dark color on every state that have more homeless children, like California, Kentucky, Louisiana, New York, and many other states that are on this picture. Unemployment is one of the most cases that people get homeless from, since they're not able to pay their bills, their rent, their mortgage, or water, electricity, or food. And the reason for that could be either they're not doing their job right, or they have a criminal record that they're not getting any job at all. So they are not able to have enough money to pay for their expenses. And even one of the cases can be that due to the coronavirus, millions of people are unemployed and they can pay their bills. Teenagers or young adults that get kicked out of their home and become homeless because they're unable to get a job that supports them to find them a stable home. Now that we know the problem and causes, let's talk about the solution. As I have stated earlier, homelessness is a big problem and it is not going to end unless we do something about it. The best solution is to provide services, and many of these you can help with. For example, the first service I would like to talk about first is childcare services. The childcare services will provide parents to get daycare for their children so they can go and find a job and work while they know that they don't have to worry about taking care of their children. And you can volunteer for that. That will help them a lot. The next thing I want to talk about is food services. It will help families who have a hard time to get something to eat every day, or some days, or some weeks. You can help by donating food, or you can donate money so we can have enough to build them a home to live a better life. Instead that the government uses our tax money for things that they don't need, we could use it for helping homeless people or the people in need. Another service that will also help is employment service. You can volunteer to help them to find a job so they can earn money and they can at least pay half of their expenses. Organizations like UNICEF can also provide help to donate for helping those who really need help. Now let's review what we have learned today. We talked about the problem of homelessness, the cause of homelessness, and how we can fix homelessness altogether. You can help homelessness by donating and or volunteering. It is important to know that not everyone has a place to stay at night or have food to eat every day. You can help. We are all human beings, and it is very, very important that we stick with each other and help each other out with all kinds of problems. Thank you so much.